Welcome to the SPCA Puerto Vallarta. My name is Oscar Martinez and I'm one of the volunteers. I'm also a tour guide for the SPCA PV. I've been doing this for the past 2 years. Let me tell you a little bit about the SPCA PV. It was funded by Janice Charlton in 2007. Unfortunately, Ms. Charlton passed away early last year. The sanctuary is located about 20 minutes from downtown at the outskirts of Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. It was actually opened its doors in 2012. It's a non-kill shelter. A non-kill shelter means for whatever reason the animals it's not be able to be adopted, they're going to spend the rest of their lives here with us. It is divided into two sections. The first section is what we call the general population. In general population, we have all the animals who have been vaccinated and ready to be adopted. Unfortunately, due to the Covid-19, we have a lot of dogs that have not been able to leave the country. We also have the second section. The second section is what we call the quarantine section. In the quarantine section, we have the first arrivals and those who have not been vaccinated. These animals are right here in a pretty bad shape. Malnourished, some of them. Others are also with some illnesses and diseases, so we keep them under observation for a while until they're able to be moved to a general population. The third section is the hydrotherapy pool. The hydrotherapy pool is a section that we use for animals who have been struck by vehicles or those with special needs. These animals are in wheelchairs, and this is the only way for them to exercise. They exercise about an hour a day. The pool is heated about 80 degrees. We also have our playground area. In the playground area, we use it to exercise our animals on a daily basis. Especially nowadays, we cannot take them outside in the streets, so we exercise them here at least an hour a day. All the animals that we have in the sanctuary are in an all raw food diet, a very strict diet. These days, we combine them with some dry food because we don't really have access to an all raw food diet due to the COVID-19 pandemic as well. So it is very important for us to feed them this raw food diet because when they first arrive, they're malnourished, as I mentioned before, and they gain weight faster, and the immune system, it boosts their immune system. We also finally decided to go solar because the electricity bills are very expensive here in Mexico. So we were grateful to find donors who gave us a large amount of money, and we finally installed our first 25 panels. There are
45 right now.
45 panels, which is going to be very helpful at some point in the future. So I think they're actually working these days, and our next bill definitely is going to be cut down drastically. Well, we're joined here with Dora. Dora is actually in charge of the SPCA PV Sanctuary, and she knows a lot about all the dogs. Dora, tell us a little bit about what the situation is right now here at the SPCA PV due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Hi everybody. So this is what is going on in SPCA. So right now we have 55 dogs waiting to be adopted, and we have already 15 adopted, and they're waiting for their flights. And it's a little bit sad because some of the dogs, then they were already adopted. Some of the people already declined because they don't want to be waiting anymore. So this is a little bit sad, and we are struggling a little bit, but well, they're happy and they're okay.
It's also very important to remember, all of you guys, that the only way we survive is by donations from people like you. Most of our tourists come from the US and Canada, some from Mexico as well, but without any donations, and because due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we have no tours whatsoever here at the sanctuary. So please join us, look at this video, and look at these animals, and check our website, our Facebook page. The website is www.spcapv.com. and a Facebook page also.
It's the same as SPCA Puerto Vallarta.
We solely rely on your donations. We're not funded by any private agencies or the government. We solely rely on donations from people like you.